Warning. This video is a Commissar Pro Impressions Review video. It is full of fake accents, noobish tinkering, and spoilerific gameplay. Viewer discretion is advised. Comrades, Commissar Pro here today with Blood Bowl 2, a mashup between Warhammer and American football. That's right. This game's pretty fun so far. I put in about 4 or 5 hours, and I'm a fan of the original Blood Bowl as well, Chaos Edition. I've put quite a lot of time in that game. So you could say I'm pretty much already a fan, so this impressions might be a bit biased. With that said, I'm just going to explain all the various features in the game. First of all, you have a campaign where you are put in charge of various teams in the Blood Bowl universe, and you reenact quote famous unquote games in the Warhammer or the Blood Bowl universe. Then you can also play in a league where essentially you take persistent teams, you carry them from level to level, or from game to game against real players, and you compete for the best stats and stuff like that, like the NFL, just with goblins and orcs, and so on. You also have a friendly match, which is essentially just you can't lose players. There's no persistence to it. It's essentially a practice match mode, where you can also play against AI as well. Then you have team and league management, where you can literally make your own teams, you manage your leagues, and so on. Yes, it's pretty simple stuff. And then like here, under the team management portion, you can actually create your own team, as you can see I have done here. And it shows you your team roster. That's right. The staff on your team, if you have apothecaries, rerolls, cheerleaders, coach assistants, and fan factor. It also, you can, basically as you win games, you can upgrade your stadium, make it better. It gives you statistics and whatnot, and I see it's reset all my statistics from the multiplayer beta. No worries though, they weren't that good to begin with. I never claimed to be the best. But anyway, and then lastly, you have Cabal TV. Cabal TV is awesome. You can actually sit here and watch games that have already been played between actual players, or alternatively, you can search for live matches. That's right. So this game that's just started, you can go and watch it. And you can actually watch real people beat the ever-loving tar out of each other on the turf. And if you have a specific coach that you like to watch, or friends you know who play the game, you can click right here and you can watch them play Blood Bowl 2, which again is really freaking cool. Now there are a few features missing from Blood Bowl 2 Blood Bowl 1 Chaos Edition, such as the real-time games. I guess it wasn't a very popular feature. Personally, I liked it. I thought it was a very interesting take, and it sort of made Blood Bowl more like a Madden in a sense. And it was very interesting, but yeah, they don't have that anymore. They took that out. And also the World Cup and the tournament mode, where you can just make your own team and march map to map. But who knows, they'll probably add something like that in a later DLC or something. But anyway, without further ado, we're going to check out a quick game of Blood Bowl. As you can see, there's quite a few teams. Here you got the Bretonians. Well, we're going to look at the actual races rather than the names, just for the sake of. Bretonians, they're basically like French-British knights. High elves, elves, dark elves, evil elves, chaos, orcs and skaven, dwarves and humans. So those are all the races that currently come packed in here. There's also, you can, if you pre-ordered it, you can get the lizardmen or the wood elves. You basically pick which one you want, and I guess probably one of those is available for purchase right now. So what we're going to play is, we're going to try out the Bretonians, and we're going to play against some nice, easy, I don't know, Dark Elves? Let's try out the Dark Elves, and we're even going to put it on easy because ladies and gentlemen, I suck. I am not going to act like I am good. but I am most certainly going to enjoy getting my ass beat. So we can play in the Rose Bowl, the Moldy Den, the Everpeak Arena, or the Midland Park, or the Wicked Chamber. I don't know. There's so many choices to choose. Let's play Granite Ridge. We're going to go there. We're just going to go ahead and get in the match. Alright, here we go. Granite Ridge. Now keep in mind there is commentary, but I do have it turned off. So this is us, the Bright Crusaders, looking BA and ready to bust some ass. That's right. Except for our peasants. They look kind of dopey. And then the Dark Elves. Yes. Looking maliciously evil and a bit fruit cuppy. But no matter. No matter at all. Alright, let's skip them. And I'm just skipping through a bunch of stuff. So the opponent won the coin toss. And we can set up our players before the kickoff. Now, I'm not familiar with Bretonian teams, but from what I know is their knights are basically everything higher than the linemen, and they're pretty tough. See, they've got 3 agility, 3 strength, 7 movement allowance, and 8 armor value. So they're pretty good. They're better than your average human player, essentially. So with that in mind, I'm going to actually leave. Yeah, I'm going to leave this. This is a good formation, I think, against the Dark Elves. I imagine the Dark Elves are a really fast team with high agility, but they probably have about the same stats as a human player, just faster. So we might be at a slight disadvantage against them. Okay, we can be set up in another legal defense. All right, you're gonna move here, Budrow. You're gonna block that entrance for us. Yeah, put a nice pipe in it. We're gonna put you here as well. Okay, and we're just gonna move him up. All right, seems like a good turn to end on that. Okay, end it. You cannot have. Oh, whoops! Can't have 2 players in the wide zone. That's right. Got to keep them here. Not thinking. Oh! Snap, crackle, pop. He didn't catch the ball. And they're already coming into our line. Interesting. It just cracks me up the way they look. They just look so goofy, the Dark Elves. They actually honestly looked a bit more intimidating than the last one. In this one, they just like wearing tank tops and belly shirts. Just, I don't know. Maybe it's the color palette that kind of makes them look a little fruity. But hey, you know, whatever. Oh, man. Alright, do something. Are they gonna do something? They gonna lose. Fend. Aha! All you can do is push him back. Alright, so they're kind of pushing pretty hard there on my left side. Interesting. They're pushing us back bit by bit. Let them. They will not defeat our game. Because we're gonna stomp some ass. Alright. So now it is our turn. We have 2 minutes to do it, and essentially the way my strategy works for just about every team I play is utter and brutal, total annihilation. So that's what we're going to try to do here. We're going to just try to literally beat the ever-loving shit out of the Dark Elves and show them who the real boss of the turf is. That's right. Spoiler alert, it's me. Alright, so we're moving our guys up. Let's get this guy to hit up right there. There we go. Our first knockout. Show him who's boss. Follow him, yeah, follow him. Boom! Ah, yeah, that's right. Feel some Bretonian steel, you lip bastard. Alright. Do a little bit more knocking around. Follow. Yep. Alright, there's another guy down. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Alright, so now we can try to bring down this guy. Murderous Malsarinth. Malsarinth? I can't pronounce that name. Either which way, he's about to go down like mom on a good Saturday night. What is this? Alright, here we go. Blitz! You get 1 blitz per game. Or, sorry, you get 1 blitz per turn. Just FYI. Wrestle him to the ground. There, so we both went down. So now my turn's over because, well, I guess not. I guess since we both went down, I don't really know how that works. Alright, here we go. Another one of our Crusaders is going in. Come on, buddy. Nice. And he picked up the ball. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Alright, so this is all still working out for us pretty well. And we're going to move him around. Kind of cover in that hole there. Alright. Again, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. See, now we're covering these two guys, so if they try to get out of our zone, we'll knock him over. Now, a very wise man once told me that the best way to play Blood Bowl is to roll as few dice as possible, to take as few risks as possible. Because going for risks, you're bound to fail. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. He just pushed me. Aha! Well, all you did was push me closer to the end zone. That's all I care about. And, like, in the case of the Dark Elves, for example, you want to be careful trying to block them in a sense, because they're very agile. So they're going to be a lot harder to trip up. They're better at dodging and stuff like that. So, like, every faction, every race is good at something. The Dwarves, for example, are really heavy and really tough guys. You can take a pounding and not die, basically. Oh, no! He knocked out Francois de Montfort! Yes, use an apothecary. Okay, good. He's just stunned. Alright, good. See, your players can actually die in Blood Bowl. So, like, in this case, if one of my players had actually been killed, and oh my god, Etienne the Red is being surrounded very, very badly. This is no bueno. No bueno, dear comrades. Alright, we're gonna... Wait, okay. Alright. I don't really know what we're gonna do here. Move up. We'll move him there. Alright, and we'll go in a full-on charge, try to bring him down. Come on, Budro. Yeah, there we go. Let's knock one out. Push him that way. Oh, this way, yeah. And follow him. Boom! Right in the rear. You dirty Dark Elf bastard. Alright, stand up. See, now we're actually getting some real good knockout hits. Boom! There we go, right in the face. You see those candles I got? Just poked them right in your eyes, you wee bastard. Bastages. Alright, so we're going to move him. We could try going right here. Going for it. Let's try it. Oh, son of a bitch! I wasn't paying attention. Reroll. Reroll. I hope the reroll works here. Yes, the reroll most certainly worked there. Phenomenal. I was not even paying attention. I didn't realize he was blocking that guy. Uh-oh. Can I reroll that? No? No rerolls on that one? Wrestle him to the ground. There you go. They both went down. These Dark Elves aren't going down without a fight. Jeez. Alright, there's only a 17% chance that pass is going to work. So this is one of those scenarios where, again, that advice would be, do not risk too much with the dice, because the dice do not give a shit. Nuffle, who is the dice god, is only going to show you so much favoritism before he's just like, bro, chill. You just gotta chill. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of move up we're gonna kind of show our dominance here, and we're gonna push him out of the area there. Yep. By the way, you can also play this game with a controller, not just a mouse and keyboard. So if you have a controller plugged up, it automatically syncs to that controller. I know that this game is available for the Xbox and the PS4, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, there's lots of different ways to play Blood Bowl 2, and frankly, I think that's a good thing. The more Blood Bowl, the better. But I think you kind of get an idea of what this game is about, and, you know, if you would like in the future for me to do more videos on how to play the game, I can most certainly show you, and even then, there's way better people out there than me at playing Blood Bowl. So, don't take my word for it on how to do it, honestly, because there's much better players who've been playing the tabletop for years, who've been playing the games for years, and are much better players than I am. I'm basically just, you know, I just enjoy it. I like the concept of it, even though I'm not good at it. I suck at it, but, you know, whatever. Oh, no! Jimmy went down, and he dropped the ball. Goodness gracious, Jimmy. Goodness gracious. But anyway, this has been Commissar Bro, and I hope you've enjoyed this. And hopefully you'll go out and get you a little Blood Bowl too. Oh yeah, that's right. Screw you, you little bastard. KO'd. That's right. Trying to play me. Skip that. Yep, they turned over. But anyway, like I said, this has been Commissar Bro, beating the shit out of some Nancy little dark elves. And I will see you all next time.